All right. Welcome to Off Topic with Tim and Matt, our scrappy little sports podcast where we always go
Off topic.
We're going to talk NHL playoffs, specifically Les Glorieux. Right here. Now, before I go into my rant, is there any other teams you want to talk about first?
I mean, we can look down the list quickly. It's kind of all playing out the way we thought it would be. The Leafs are at 3-1 over the Senators. So the reverse sweep is coming. No, they went up 3-0. Senators won the other night
In overtime
last night. I think, last night. So Panthers lead the Lightning 2-1. That's a close one.
Yeah.
Hurricanes lead the Devils 2-1. That's another close one.
It's hard to get excited about the first round unless
is.
your team is playing.
No. In the flip side, Jets are leading 2-1, and they're playing right now against the Blues, who they're leading the game 2-1.
Blues are leading, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's looking at your thing?
Blues are leading the game 2-1 today. But
There's nothing really surprising about what's going on right
No.
now. No, there's no major oh my gosh, I can't believe this team is losing so badly.
Stars and the Avalanche, which I thought was going to be a nail-biter of a series, is a nail-biter of a series, 2-2.
Yeah.
Golden Knights Wild. That one kind of shocks me. I thought the Golden Knights were going to kind of smack the Wild around a bit, but it's a 2-2 series, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
My Kings went up 2-0 on the Oilers, came back and had a barn burner of a game. It was back and forth. The Oilers went up 2-0. The Kings went up 3-2. Back, forth, back, forth. The Kings were up 4-3, and the Oilers tied it. Kings challenged it, the tying goal. Lost the challenge, went on the penalty. Oilers scored on the power play, went up 5-4, and then put in 2 empty netters.
Yeah.
So that series has actually been really tight too. The first game was a 6-5, last 40 seconds of the game goal to win for the Kings. Then the Kings won 6-2 the next game. They lost 7-4, I think the final ended up being, but it was really a 5-4 game, like a really tight game.
Right.
They play tonight. And they're looking good. The Kings are looking good. They're playing really well, good defensive hockey. They're taking it to them on the power play. They were like 10-0 on the power play or something like that before that last game. So, but then we have what everybody here at Rider Lake Studios have to put up with is...
I sit through Los Angeles Chargers talk and LA Dodger talk forever. This is the one team that I'll go off on, okay?
So I love hearing your passion.
My Habs. So my Habs, prior to the last week of the season, I gave them a 40% chance of an upset against the Caps. The last 4 games, they had to win 1 regular season game. They kind of struggled. They kind of buckled under the pressure. They're a very, very young team, so I'm not panicking. And then they beat Carolina, so they get in. Perfect. They're in. Anything can happen. Once you get in, anything can happen. So game 1, they are out-hustled and out-muscled by a much larger Washington Capitals team, probably for 85% of the game. However, they still tie it up.
Yep.
I mean, one guy, I think it's Tom Wilson, had Nick Suzuki by the collar and is like ragdolling him. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why is no one stepping up? Everyone's sort of caved, right?
Yeah.
But who gets the go-ahead goal? Nick Suzuki, who ties it up. Cole Caulfield, who's getting pushed around also.
Yeah.
They screw up in overtime. They leave Ovi wide open in front of the net. Ovi gets the game winner. But they were in it.
Yeah.
And then the second game came out much stronger, tougher second period, really strong third period, just couldn't capitalize. And the difference was in the 2 games, Montreal's missing scoring opportunities that normally they buried. Game 1, Cole Caulfield ricocheted one off the outside of the post, a quarter-inch in, the goal's in.
Yep.
Jake Evans had a wide-open net, and then Logan Thompson made a brilliant save on him. Guys are fanning on the open net. Patrick Laine was not in it at all. He was more of a liability than anything else.
Yeah.
And then Josh Anderson, game 2, finds a little bit of Josh Anderson. Now, before the series started, everybody said Ivan Demyanov, the young Russian sniper, was going to be the X factor for the Habs. They're wrong.
Invisible.
He's 19 years old and he's played 2 games in the NHL.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything. He's just there, okay? The X factor for Montreal, as in back in 2021, is Brendan Gallagher and Josh Anderson. Okay, he is.
Yep.
Gallagher is the down and dirty, scrappy, grease goals guy in front, and Josh Anderson is the banger.
Yeah.
Just the full-on 6'3", 236 banger that's going to throw bodies around and be there for his teammates.
Yeah.
Game 1, he was invisible. I'm like, where's Josh Anderson in this? Game 2, he started throwing it around a bit. Game 3 is a different story. They go back to Montreal. The whole city's going crazy. They know they're coming back home. And Marty St. Louis finally goes with Arbor Jackeye in the playoffs. Arbor Jackeye is a 6'4" psychopath scrapper defenseman who goes looking for trouble and then costs his team goals because he's not supposed to be doing that. So he got benched for 11 games, the first 2 games of the playoffs, and then Marty St. Louis, almost like he did it on purpose, just said, okay, you're going in now. And from the opening skate, he's skating past Tom Wilson, and he's just beaking off at him. Ovi's there, and he's looking at Ovi, and he's beaking at Ovi. And you don't beak off at Ovi, but he's beaking off at Ovi.
Yeah.
And the two of them, and it was awesome, because Josh Donaldson played the Josh Anderson, pardon me, I'm excited, I'm getting all confused. The Josh Anderson playoff hockey. They could have traded him when Montreal was rebuilding. They dumped a ton of players in that rebuild. They kept Brendan Gallagher and they kept Josh Anderson specifically for when they got back in the playoffs. He showed up and they won the game handily 6-3.
Yes.
It was awesome. And the crowd's going crazy. At one point, they showed, Lise Beliveau, Jean Beliveau's widow, on the big screen. And then they showed Beliveau's jersey in the rafters. And everyone's chanting, Beliveau, Beliveau. And it was just, the energy was awesome. So now we got game 4 coming up. Wicked fights.
Yeah.
Both guys, Wilson and Anderson, got fined and, 10 misconducts. It's going to be a really good game coming up tonight, and I'm super excited. And I wouldn't be surprised if Montreal ties it up tonight.
It's good. It's going to be a good game. I think you're going to see a lot more spark out of the Capitals.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is in the third period of the game, the Capitals' Logan Thompson,
yes,
the goaltender, got run over by his own player.
It was bad. It wasn't
bad.
funny. It was really bad.
He had to get helped off the ice. The fact that he got hurt wasn't funny. How it happened was a little bit funny.
Well, what happened was Habs are coming down Slavkovsky, Caulfield on a 2-1. Dylan Strom's kind of get back, and it's tic-tac-toe. And, of course, Slavkovsky nets it. And Dylan Strom he was going so fast and so hard to the net to break it up. He went right into his own goal.
Yeah.
And then if you look at it, Logan Thompson's left leg gets caught on the ice, and it hyperextends backwards.
Yeah.
And it never straightened out.
Yeah.
So he had 200 pounds coming at 100 miles an hour right on top of him, and his knee took it was bad.
It looks like it's going to be bad, which is it's not good. You want to see the best players on the ice.
I want my team to win. I want them to beat the Caps at 100%, right?
Yeah. But Thompson came across the ice to make the save. Sadowski came around him and scored, and Strom was like, he just couldn't stop. He couldn't go anywhere. And he just they
saw him on the bench, and he looked like he was going to start crying.
Yeah,
he felt so bad.
So
what the hell did I just do? He didn't mean to do it. It's just one of those things that happens. But Sam Montembeault got hurt and had to come in. Jacob Davish had to come in. But Montembeault skated off.
Yes.
He pulled something in his hamstring, and then he was at the tunnel hugging his teammates as they were coming off.
Yeah.
Logan Thompson had to be carried off. He could not put any weight on that knee.
He was assisted off the ice.
He was assisted off the ice. So it is not good. And it's like, I want my team to win, but I want them to beat them at their best. And, Charlie Lindgren, he's okay. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So you're going to see the Capitals step up. They're going to throw their body around. They're going to play probably a lot more tentative on defense.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a 2-1, 3-1 type.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be they're going to have to play a much tighter team defense.
Yeah.
Lucas Davish, the first 5 games was like the miracle worker. Things cooled off. He lost the next 6 games, but then he came back in that last week and stopped like 35, 40 shots against Toronto and lost 1-0 in overtime.
Yeah.
That was not on him. his team needed one goal. They could not get the one goal. Toronto played really good team defense, so congrats, Toronto. But Lucas Jovic can steal games for you as a backup. He's 23 years old. He's really good. Really good. I am so psyched for tonight. It's going to be a great game. Montreal's going to be pumped. The crowd's going to be going crazy. The city, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm totally, Montreal's going to tie it up. I got a feeling.
Yeah, and Montevo's out.
Is that official now?
Yeah, that's official. He's out. Thompson's day-to-day, so he may play today.
Okay.
So, but Montevo's out. Laney's out, too. So
Patrick Laine, not having a good series at all.
No, because he was kind of a liability in the first 2 games.
Terrible.
They take him out last game and they score 6 goals.
Yeah.
So maybe they're keeping him out for that reason, but he's out with an undisclosed injury as well.
Upper body injury. I know he did have some mental health issues, the pressure and the stress of being in the NHL, and a lot of pressure on him to be the next Sidney Crosby kind of thing.
Yes.
He's got a killer slap shot. And he stands at the top of the circle like Ovi. You just pass it to him, he gets the one-timer, and it's impossible to stop.
Yeah.
And he wasn't doing it.
No.
It's like, just one-time it.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's your wheelhouse. So something's not right. Something's going on.
So,
and Jared Struble came out, and they put Jack Guy back in. And we have a picture. Dwayne, you got the picture for Jack Guy? There it is. 6'4". He's just a psycho. And he played really good defensively, like he was supposed to, and he was mixing it up like he just came in and he just brought it. And he was that physicality that they needed up front from Josh Anderson and down low from Arbor Jack Guy, and they brought a whole new element to the game. Yeah. And I'm a lot more confident in the game now. And the first 2 games, I know the players went to bed for Montreal thinking we could have won that game.
That close.
Well, it was that close. Like, why are we down 2-0? We could have won either one of those games, if not both.
Yeah.
We got this. We're in this game. We're not getting killed, But they're young, so you have to respect the fact they're still super young. Demidov on Saturday had a much better game. He was mixed up in the play, didn't get any points.
No.
But he was setting stuff up. He's finding his legs very slowly, or quickly, I guess, because it's only his 4th NHL game. And Marty St. Louis, who has a ton of NHL experience, has never coached in the offseason.
Yeah.
So he's learning too. So it's just going to take time.
Yeah.
They're building probably for next year. I think they can probably win this series. I give them a 50-50 chance now at winning the series, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm so excited. That was such a good game on Saturday. It was just awesome. Keep playing like that, man. They're going to do it.
It was Friday, yeah.
Friday. I can't remember. I'm too pumped up. But
yeah.
I'm
so for the next 4 hours, he's going to be sitting on his couch watching, the highlights from the last 3 games that going into today's game.
I can only watch it so much. 6 goals for Montreal in that game on Friday. 6 different players.
Yeah.
It came from everywhere.
Yeah. They hustled.
Yeah.
So
they can do it again. They can win one. They can do it again. And I really hope Logan Thompson comes back.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Anything else you want to add?
Playoffs? No, playoffs are going good. We'll have to see. I'm not here next week, so we'll have to see what's happening.
New York Rangers? This is an old...
That's last year's.
It's an old bracket. That's an old bracket.
Yeah, that's last year's bracket.
Okay.
So, but we're not here. I'm not here next week, so in 2 weeks, we'll have to see where we stand.
See if we're right.
Our series will be over, and we'll see if you guys can beat those big, nasty Capitals.
I think they can.
And we'll see if 4th time's the charm for the Kings getting past the Oilers. So
fingers crossed all around.
All around.
Okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. One of our previous casts is going to be up online. We had Shel Sangera in studio live. It was a lot of fun.
Great show.
Talking about a lot of fun stuff. So check that one out for sure. And again, like, subscribe, and comment. We totally want to hear back from you guys. Thank you so much. Off topic, Tim and Matt, where we always go. Off topic.